wonderful!
Here we are, everybody, it's the Good Bit Podcast and we're back from Orlando. These are the tales from Florida as told by myself, your host, Christopher Moffat, the face that runs the place on the Good Bit Podcast, and I'm joined again for another holiday episode with Sister Rachel. Sister, bless you. God bless
you.
Yes, God bless Madam Sister Rachel.
God bless you, young Christopher.
You have returned to the podcast after a year. And I know you're very OCD. Last episode was 22 that you were on. This is 42.
That's good. That's very
Exactly 20 episodes later and 42. It's our favourite number. So it is almost by fate that you're
That's
back
good.
here. Well, it's my favourite number. It's almost by fate and irony, beautiful irony, that we're back here in episode 42. Thank you everybody for downloading. How are you? I've not seen you since episode 22.
I know, you've locked me in a cage since then.
Don't say that's wrong on so many levels. But yeah, I just found
I've
the
been
video we
good.
done. What?
I've been good.
Good. I've got earphones in, I can't hear you. So I just found the video that we recorded when we did this last year in Tenerife in a beautiful hotel room at the Hard Rock Hotel in Tenerife. Which was on the Canary Islands next to the Atlantic Ocean, and I'd
Shout
never
out.
posted the video anywhere. I just posted the podcast up, and I just thought there's no need for the video to go anywhere, and I just thought I'd keep the video for whatever reason. But now I feel like I want to put some of it out and do some. I'm doing these flashback things on YouTube now. It's like a series. It's called like Flashback
FBF.
Series. It doesn't need to be a
Flashback
Friday or a Thursday or whatever, it's just whenever, but I've got so many old videos that had to be deleted over the years or whatever, and I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to put a few of them out and remaster them, if you will. So I put out one, we filmed an episode of the podcast, episode 10, back in 2016, me and Aaron Dockard, who you may have known before, who you may have heard from the Good Bit Podcast, and we filmed it, we never put it anywhere, and then how many years later, we finally upload the video version, and we cut up separate bits of it and like release preview and things like that. So I want to kind of do that as much as I can now, try and film them. I think that's a good idea, just for sentimental value.
Yeah, we're not filming this
We're not filming this one, no.
We're not filming this one.
Here's me saying, yeah, I want to start doing this, and it's not even a thing.
Definitely not this one.
Why not?
Because I'm in my jammies and my hair is frizzy.
You're not in your jammies, kinda,
Kinda. When am I
Yeah,
not
your
in my
comfy
jammies, let's be perfectly
clothes.
honest.
and your
I'm
hair is
living about 3
frizzy.
tops. Thanks, sportive brother.
Just saying. This episode is all about our trip to Orlando, Florida. How exciting is that?
Very exciting.
Can I just say I'm jet lagged
I
at my
feel like
nut,
we're
by the way.
saying it because we've not been like, oh, that's so exciting.
We're going soon. Yeah. No,
No, I know.
Well,
I've
the other
never
past
had
week-
jet lag like this in my life.
See, the issue was I was fine going there. Like when we arrived in Orlando and stuff, I was able to sleep and all that nonsense. But like now, being back, I can't sleep. I was up so late last night, the night before
Same,
that.
literally.
So
like, till the morning. Like, what's the point?
yeah, it's bright outside and I'm still trying to get to sleep.
There's birds chirping on
Yeah.
the line. I'm like, why?
I quite like that in some cases because it reminds me of my youth. When I
I'm
was
still in my youth.
Well, I know. So am I, but you know what I mean. Kinda, I'm getting on a bit. But it just reminds me of back in the day when I'd like watch wrestling, and I was lucky that I was able to be off school, so I could watch it live, and it would be on to 4 in the morning. And by the time I was going to bed in the summer, the birds were chirping and it was bright and stuff like that. So I was thinking, it reminds me of summer. But when you're trying to get to sleep and you know it's going to do you no favours,
Yeah.
it's not a nice feeling
When you know
whatsoever.
you're going out or whatever the next day.
Yeah,
You're just like
like today.
just let me sleep.
I went to see The Incredibles 2 today.
Was it good?
Which I'm sure, yeah, well, it was good. I'm sure we'll touch on that in a future episode because Rachel hasn't seen it yet. So there's no point.
I
in it now.
have not.
But so it's like today was another example. I had to try and get up early, just because I had places to be. But the past 2 days has been fine because obviously I had nowhere to be and I could just chill. But I just feel so useless at the minute. Like, I've got
Same.
nothing to do. Do you know
I
what I mean?
can't do it.
I'm kind of in an in-between stage of my life between work and college and stuff that just nothing is happening whatsoever. So I'm trying to figure that out. So let's do a podcast talking about the last 2 weeks of our life. We spent 2 weeks in America.
I think that's why the jet lag's so bad, because see when we came back from New York, it wasn't that bad. And
Yeah,
it's
well,
because we've lived on it for 2 weeks.
Since the last episode as well, we've been to New York as well, so I suppose we could talk
Two
about that as
holidays.
well. Yeah, 2 holidays. To be fair,
To
right?
America, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on.
come on, that sounds so manly.
But the thing is, like, it's not as if we're like this big rich family, right? That we've got all this money. But the way we talk about us, we're in a 5-star hotel last summer, and then we went to New York for 5 days randomly in December and spent Christmas there. Then we went to Florida for 2 weeks in a villa with a pool and a
I
game
swear
room.
to God, we did go on holiday for about 4 years before this.
Yeah, no,
This
it
is
was a
the
long
reason
time
why.
coming. We were saving up, and we'll not be going anywhere for the next little while
Next 4 years of my life.
because we're
Expect
broke.
more podcast.
We're broke, dude. So yeah, we went to Orlando, Florida, Universal Studios, Disney World, Volcano Bay, City Walk, Disney Springs, the Florida Mall, the Orlando Retail Outlet, and other places. Celebrations and all.
Walmart.
Walmart, Publix.
Was Walmart an honourable mention there? I just thought I'd throw that in.
This was my tourist
It's
place.
like Universal Studios, Disney World, Walmart.
It's like coming here. We went to the Hydro, we went to the Loch Lomond, Asda. But we Asda, my favourite shop.
I was really excited to go to Walmart, and I'm annoyed we didn't go to Target. I wanted to go to
We
Target.
didn't go to Target. We did not go to Best Buy either. Best Buy was one of my ones.
It's shocking.
Yeah,
2
and
weeks.
also we also went to Wendy's.
Or CVS.
What's that?
It was a pharmacy. It's a shop as well, but like
No, they had. What was that pharmacy? What's it called?
CVS.
Is that? But does it stand for something? What does it stand for?
I don't know.
That's okay. It's not CVS. We went-
Clinical Veterinary Services. I don't actually know.
I don't know because it was next door to Publix.
Any workers from CVS, please do not sue me. I did not mean that.
Hello to you all, because I know you're all listening.
Imagine the workers from CVS are like, ah,
They've got it
this is a
on
good podcast.
in their building. They're like, oh
That
look,
would
they
be
finally
terrible.
42 episodes and they finally mentioned us. God.
Oh, what would it be like to be famous?
No, I know. If you could sit down and say, yes, I get paid a lot of money to talk about CVS, the pharmacy.
I love that the dreams to be talked about with CVS. We're like, oh, imagine being famous talking about CVS.
Imagine CVS had us
Imagine.
on. Nah. I mean, I'd happy to be played anywhere. If I'm honest, if CVS are going to play
That
us,
sounds so sad.
play us.
Are you okay?
I am fine, thank you. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to break down the whole holiday, go through it bit by bit. The reason we're doing this episode is for continuity issues because it didn't last summer, but also because I have nothing else planned. No other podcasts in the books.
So basically, Abby's default.
Well, if I need an episode, then I can get
It's
myself
like
in.
Rachel.
Which
And your last resort.
I need you, and also my father just built me a new chair, which is nice.
Not my father, just his father.
Yes, our father built me a new
We
computer
did
chair.
have to say that.
Because my birthday is in 30 days, 30 odd days.
33.
33 days till
Not that
Christopher turns 21 here.
I have Chris the best presents.
Oh, really?
Euro, and I've had them since like February, and I'm like, hurry up, just
See, that's
make it 20th
intriguing.
of August.
Because obviously you always get me a good present. You always put a lot of effort into it, so we always appreciate it. So the standards are high. I'm just saying, there better be something good.
It's amazing.
And it's my 21st.
It's actually amazing.
Really?
I've lost it, but I'll find it, and it's.
You think it's amazing?
If someone gave me it, I'd start crying.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. That
I'm
narrows it down.
excited.
So that means there's no wrestling thing.
Well, it could be. If I was you and I'd like wrestling that much, I'd start crying. Ow. Who knows?
Okay.
Ow. Sorry.
Okay.
Pulled my hair.
Well, that makes me think then. I don't want to guess in
Don't
case I get it
think,
right.
shh.
Because if I
It's
get it right, that's really
fine.
awkward.
You're never going to get it right.
No? Okay, well, that's good then.
Never.
Oh, I'm excited now.
I'm going to update you. I'm going to post on the Facebook or this is a good bit. Facebook. I'm
Which
gonna
I don't see at all. You just need to say what it is.
What?
Because then I would see it then if you put it on there.
I meant after you open it.
Oh, I see,
I'll
okay.
update.
Yeah, you can do things. I'll show it in a video at some
I'll
point.
be the social media associate. Is that a word?
Probably. Last year you got me a sort of photo frame thing with my top 15 movie
I
posters,
did.
and you got that inspiration from an episode of the podcast, which is kind of cool. Which I really liked. I really liked that
I think
gift.
that was episode 15, was it not?
Episode 5. You were close.
I knew there was a 5 in there.
No, you were close. But we updated it on episode 40, 2 episodes ago, if you want to go check that out.
It took you 35 episodes to update your movies.
You think it should have been longer than that?
No, less than that. 35
Yeah,
episodes later.
but of all time?
Yeah, I suppose. How's that going to change? Okay,
Yeah,
never mind. take
hardly
back
any
my
of them
statement.
changed. So that was fine. And then, so I mean, I like things like that, movie posters and stuff. But obviously, if you want to update it and do that again with my most updated list, that'd be nice.
I'm done for the year.
Are
Maybe
you?
Christmas.
Oh yeah, Christmas is coming. Was that not for Christmas you got me?
Oh,
the days are coming.
The days are coming.
Speaking of that, on our first or second night there, we went to a place called Disney Springs. And for reference, by the way, on these things, I have some vlogs up on YouTube. I did photo, so I do a vlog every day, right? Some of them are nothing, some of them are quite good. And obviously, because we're there for 14 days, that's 14 vlogs. And I didn't want to put up all 14 vlogs because that's just spam. Also, some of them are just nothing. Here's us at the pizza place, here's us watching wrestling, here's us in the pool. So what I wanted to do is just kind of pick and choose. So I've chosen 4 vlogs to put up, right? There's Disney Springs one, Universal Studios one, I'm going to do a Harry Potter World one, which we'll talk about in a second, and a Disneyland one, Disney World one.
I watched 2 of them yesterday.
All
last
of them?
night.
Or just the 2 I put
I
up?
watched the 2 you've put up.
Because those are edited.
Yeah, I watched the ones on YouTube.
Yeah.
I gave them a wee like.
Did you? Thank you. That is nice to know the only like I'm getting is from my sister, but it's fine.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I guess you started.
But like they've edited them so they're YouTube friendly. Not that they wouldn't be, but just because. For example, yeah, well, that's fine. I wouldn't bleep it for YouTube, but I would in the normal vlog. It's weird.
No.
Fun fact here: when I talk about editing things like that, for example, is in the New York one. We were there for 5 days in New York. That's 5 full vlogs. So what I did is I just put them into the one video called "My Trip to New York City." Put it on YouTube.
Yes.
Boom, 24 minutes, brilliant. But if I left all the footage in there, that would have been near 45 minutes. One of the clips, Rachel is washing her feet in the sink.
Yeah, let's just share that with the world.
So I made sure not to put that on YouTube because I didn't want to scare the audience or people watching.
My feet aren't that bad.
No, I know. I'm just saying, it's not a very nice thing. You just walk on your sister with her feet in the
I
sink.
had my feet in the sink. I did it again. That's what I wanted to do. We just didn't film it.
I made
It's
sure
relaxing.
not
I
to
swear
film.
to God, everyone try it. It's relaxing.
You had
Chris
to have
done it.
I did try it. It was very nice.
It feels good. I've lost all my essentials for that though.
So what
I've
happened
lost
to you?
my stuff.
Tell them about that. What
No.
happened?
I swear, I brought this home and I don't know what it is.
What's this?
It's like you know how toiletry bags, right? So I had 2 of them, 3 of them, 2 of them, I think, because obviously one had my makeup in it and one had like all the like shower stuff and whatever. But then like I had like my Victoria's Secret like body lotion stuff and I had like all like talc and like all this cool stuff. And all my baubles, every single one of my baubles that I own and Kirby's, and I left them in Florida.
What am I going to do for Christmas? If you've left all the baubles?
Oh, Chris, shut up.
Hey!
Do you know how many Christmas shops are in
Oh
Florida?
my god!
Why were you
Loads.
so obsessed with Christmas?
I don't know why, and Paul went into loads of them to get his mum something. It's like, Paul, it's July!
Mum made me go into one when you were... Was it when you were on Jimmy Fallon? I don't know, I can't remember. You went on one of the rides or whatever,
Yeah.
and Mum was like, Mum, we'll just go in here. I was like, I don't want to go in here. But then there was Harry Potter stuff, so it was okay.
Yeah.
And it had my name on it. But I
Harry
didn't want
Potter stuff galore. Everywhere.
it. I started crying.
In the universe.
I walked into the shop and I started crying because I
You
got
did start
excited.
Because you're a big Potter fanatic.
Potterhead.
Potterhead. Tell them about that then.
Don't say that.
So we arrived at Universal Studios the first time, and I've got it on video. You nearly started greeting.
Yeah, you do have it in video, don't you? I was like, oh my god!
So what did you find in the shop?
Well, it was like
literally
a
the
massive,
first shop you see
no,
when you go.
it was like a massive, just a Universal store. Like it had like all of the stuff in it, but like I don't even know what caught my eye. I think it was just because it was so colourful and stuff, and I like looked in, and then I don't know what, I must have just saw like a Hogwarts symbol or something. I don't know, and I was like, I need to go in here, and then I saw a T-shirt, and I got excited, and because it said Hufflepuff, and that's my house. So then. But then also I saw behind it, I saw all the robes and the wands, and I was like, oh my god, I need everything. And I was honestly like, I was annoying Mum. I was like, I'm going to buy a robe. She was like, you're not buying a robe.
You had the budget of $200.
I spent it in the first week. I never did get a robe, mind you.
Were they not? They were really expensive
They
though.
were very heavy.
And how are you going to get that home?
I would have worn it on the plane. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't have worn it. Like I wouldn't have. But it was just there was a lot of people walking about with them though.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how it didn't pass out, but.
But see, that's the place where that's acceptable. You know what I mean? It's like Mickey Mouse ears. You know what I mean?
I purchased a wand.
We'll get to that in a second.
From Harry Potter, but like that's what I was saying. Like that's the only place that I was just walking about shops, and I was like, no one's even caring because it's like that's normal there. So that was okay. But so yeah, I got excited, and then I bought my top as well because from that shop because I was like so excited the first day. I was like, yep,
Yeah.
got it, sorted.
And it says Diggory on the back of it.
Yeah.
In homage
it
to
does.
your favourite Harry Potter character. I remember now.
As Chris learnt in the last time I was on this.
Yes.
Yep.
20 episodes ago.
Because he's the Hufflepuff Seeker though, I worked that out quickly. It was all the Seekers.
Oh, I see.
Like the tops were for, it was for like the Quidditch players. So like, because Cedric is for Hufflepuff, and then it was like Harry, and then it was Malfoy, wasn't it, for Slytherin, and then it was Chang
for Ravenclaw.
Chang, I don't know.
Yeah, Chang.
I think that's her name. I should know that because she's Scottish as well, but
Yeah,
she was
she's
in
a
Ravenclaw.
dreadful actor. I don't think she was good at all.
I'm not being offensive.
What?
I
You think
don't
she's a good actor?
I can't remember. I never really pay much attention to her when she comes on.
Don't like her. And then while we're on the topic of Harry Potter, let's just dive right into it, shall we? As soon as you get to the Universal Studios, you kind of walk through a little bit. You pass things like Transformers, Fast and Furious, Jimmy Fallon. One of the big rides, it's called the Rocket, but it's like R-O-C-K, Rock It, and
Really?
it's. Huh?
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. It was.
Because you know Chris is a roller coaster fanatic.
I've just said I've been on lots of them, and I can rate it up there as maybe the best one I've ever been on.
It's so mental that you go through security, don't you?
It's so, yeah, I mean, people who have been know, but you go through a wee security thing, like the text you get things on. You can put stuff in your lockers to make sure it's safe, but basically what the thing is, people don't want to be liable to the fact where property
lost it.
and things are falling out your pockets
That's what
and
happened
stuff.
in one of the other roller coasters I've seen, the Island of Adventure with the Hulk thing.
Mm-hmm.
A guy was on it and his sunglasses fell off, and then like about
Yep.
3 days later, whenever we went back, they were still there. And I was like, did he not get them
You
back?
just can't get them. I took my glasses off to go on
Mm-hmm.
that. But I wore my contact lenses the second time I did the rocket and I was fine. I should have done it. I was raging.
Yeah, but I would have
Should've
thought they would have fell at your eye.
Or just even slipped into the back of my skull or something.
That too. But also, you were told not to wear them in the aeroplane.
That's
so
true.
like, you go in there
What do you
very
do?
fast on a roller coaster.
That's,
Is that kind of the same thing?
This rocket roller coaster is beyond belief. Basically, what you go on it and you select a song. I think this is like the best roller coaster. I don't know what word, feature ever, accessory.
That's cool.
You go on there, you pick a song. It can be from rock/metal. It can be from country. It can be from pop. It can be from whatever, rap. And you select your song, and you literally become vertical, and you go up like this, and I say this as if you know what I'm doing, but you kind of sit down, and you're lying down with your legs in the air as you're picking your song, and the song starts to play in your ears, and it's like, it's loud, but it's you can't hear the other person's one, because obviously the roller coaster's really loud and stuff. So all the music's just playing in your ears. All you can hear is this tune you've selected. Pretty good selection, not the best ever, but pretty good selection for what it is. And you just completely 180 go all the way up and down immediately, and then you go around like 3 times.
It's really fast as well.
It's up there with my favourite roller coasters, right next to the Incredible Hulk ride from Island of Adventure, and right next to the Pepsi Max in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So
I mean, I'm not a roller coaster person at all.
No.
Like,
no.
Well, they don't know that. But like, I was sitting and we were at the Jimmy Fallon bit, and I just noticed that this roller coaster came through the building and out the other side, and I was like, Jesus, that was fast. Like,
Awesome
oh my
roller
God.
coaster, yeah. So that was, you go past that. This is my point I was trying to get to. You go past all these cool things, lots of shops and stuff, and eventually you arrive at King's Cross Station, and it's like
I was talking about Harry Potter.
the London train station that takes you to Hogwarts. But if you continue to walk past that, you go into a wee sort of wee alleyway, and it's the Harry Potter world by the name of Diagon Alley, and you're literally, I tweeted about this, I was so impressed I actually tweeted about it at CM42TV, by the way. I went in there and I was so blown away the fact that when you're in there,
You're
day,
in
night,
film.
sunny, raining, thunder, whatever it is, you are 100% engrossed in Harry Potter world. How is that for you? Being, I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan, I suppose, but I'm not a big follower or whatever. I wouldn't rate them as like up there with Star Wars and all the things like that I love the most. But I do like the films. You, on the other hand, are a massive Harry Potter fan. How did you feel?
I just, like, I'd obviously seen so much about it, and like
You did
firstly
your
I'd
research.
seen all the stuff, like, there's ones in London, it's not the same, but it's I don't know if it's like the film set or whatever in London, it's quite different, but like, I'd always wanted to go to that, and I knew there was one in Florida, but I'd never like looked at it properly. I just knew about the dragon mainly on the bank, but see, when I went, and it was just like weird seeing that, like, it was more than you could imagine.
And I mean,
Harry
like,
Potter.
to scale, like the buildings,
Yeah.
the shops, the
It's not like it
ground.
was- Yeah, like, everything was like actually built. That's what Dad was saying about the castle. Like, it's actually stone. It's not like
we'll get to the
fake
castle
thing.
in a second, but it's like you walk into Diagon Alley, and I
all
mean,
real.
like, so it's just weird details like this. So, like, for example, the pavement or the sidewalk for American
and the wall
terms.
when you come in, it's like
Yeah, American pavements, American sidewalks are different to
Yeah, yeah.
British ones or whatever. But when you go into the Harry Potter area, it's like
British,
being in
'cause
London.
it's London,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. And you go into the thing, mate, Diagon Alley, and there's a dragon sort of perched up on the Gringotts Bank, and you thought it breathed fire.
it does breathe fire. I read about it online. and I'd seen a video before, like, it breathes fire every, like, it does it on its, I don't know if it does it on its own, but, like, I was reading something that was like, it does it at random points of the day. It's not like at 4 o'clock does it and then at 6 o'clock. It's like any point of the day, and it's how much fire comes out also depends. Like, it's not always the same. So like sometimes it'll go on for ages, sometimes it won't. And I never saw it the first time because I thought maybe I just made that up. Like, I thought I'd seen it in a video, but then me and my mum went in and there was people just standing about, and I was like, this is weird. Like, there must be something going on. And then I heard a few of them like talking about it and stuff. And everyone that's come down was getting their phones out, and I was like, is this going to actually do it? So then I googled it, but we'd stood there for ages, so I never actually saw it. But like, I'm sure it was very good. Apparently it makes a really loud noise before it does it. But I never once heard it.
That'd be a good one to get in video as well.
Exactly, I was waiting for it. I was going to film it for you, but...
Yeah. Music video.
Too bad.
So that happened, and then within Diagon Alley, Rachel went into a wand shop.
Ollivanders.
Now,
I think that's how you call it.
any other place in the world decides to do a toy wand shop, right? Say in Glasgow.
It says on it, this is not a toy. I'm like, kind of is though.
Say in Glasgow, right, in town in Glasgow, they decide to do, we're going to sell wands, right? I'm sure it would do well, you know.
That would be dangerous.
But not in terms of, you know, making loads of money, being able to just have so much stock it's not real, things like that. Oh my God.
Everything you could ever want
is in this shop. And it was mobbed, you couldn't move, and the prices were reasonable but also expensive. So think of the money they must bring in. Not just the one shop, I mean anybody in Diagon Alley. But how was it for you trying to select the ones you wanted?
Well,
weirdest question I've ever asked. As a host.
What, you've asked weirder questions as a human? No, it
human
was,
host.
I mean, I was kind of in two minds about it because I really wanted Cedric's because I just love him, and I was like, and Cedric's wand, like, that sounds so weird, I can't say this with a straight face, but obviously there was that kind in your head, like, oh, I should just get Harry's or like Hermione's or whatever, because like main characters and like the most famous ones, or like the elder ones.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
But I just thought they were never, obviously I love the characters because it's the main characters, but it was always like wee side characters. Like, I always loved Neville so much, and I was thinking about his as well. But then I opened Cedric's and I just liked it, like the details on it, and I was like, I have to get this one because I'd been pure thinking about it.
Yeah, and it's your favourite character.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
But there was like everyone's. There was like Arthur Weasley and like people's names I can't even pronounce.
Death Eaters. Was Death Eaters one?
Death Eaters ones, and there's like
McGonagall was there. Bellatrix Lestrange was there.
Yeah, but I
was
understand
awesome.
that, right? But then there was people like I don't know who they are. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen the Harry Potter films, and I do not know who these people are.
Maybe they're from the books.
Yeah, true. I'm not read the books, and I'm a bad human being because I read a lot. And
you're a big reader. That's something you need to tackle.
I know, but currently I have to read 2 books for English. I'll get to that.
Yeah, I know. School gets in the way.
My hair. I'm sitting plaiting my hair when I do
this. So yeah, then if we're still talking about Harry Potter, I think we'll finish up on Harry Potter so we can move on. But when you get to Islands of Adventure, sort of the main roller coaster, main attraction park of Universal Studios, there's all the big roller coasters and stuff. And when did this open? 2009, 10?
Oh, who knows, honestly.
They have built the Hogwarts castle, full to scale, in Islands of Adventure. And you go in, you can walk about, you have to wait in a big queue though, but it's fine.
It's ages.
But we had the fast pass and David did it, even though we'll get a story about that. But you go in, you go in through the queue, you go into Hogwarts, and there's like, again, built to scale, loads of things, loads of books, loads of posters, loads of holograms.
Oh,
and
so
as you go into the big library bit, or the big, what's it called? The bit you get in with Dumbledore there.
Dude, it's just like Dumbledore's
the grand hall bit you go in Dumbledore.
Kind of. It's like Dumbledore's office, like...
Yeah.
Kind of. It's kind of like that sectioned off, and then the rest of it's kind of just like the whole hallways of the castle. It's not really separate parts. Like, it's not like... Because like the grand hall would be the dining hall.
Okay, well, there's a big path in me. And there's a hologram of Dumbledore there speaking to us and stuff. But it's so realistic. Yeah. And then you go through, there's Harry, Ron and Hermione do the same thing. You go through and it is the biggest simulator I have ever seen in my life. And it is by far the best one I've ever been on. Best simulator I've ever been on. Best experience with a simulator. And I mean, and that's me being a relatively small Harry Potter fan. Imagine the biggest Potter fanatic who isn't afraid of Dementors, who isn't afraid of spiders, isn't afraid of the dark, would I wasn't afraid of roller coasters.
Basically what Chris said is we'd done it and I nearly broke his hand, and also I think I had my eyes closed for basically the whole ride. I'm so scared of everything about
Rachel
it.
was scared of everything.
Everything.
But
like,
I was able
it's
to...
a condition.
I was able to talk her into going on because it was Harry Potter, and I
Yeah.
thought, you know, she would love the ride.
And like I knew obviously like it's different when it's like, oh, there might be ghosts, there might be this,
Yeah.
whatever. But like I've watched Harry Potter so many times that I know what Dementors look like.
Yeah.
And like I know the scene with the spiders and all that. So I was like, there's not really much you don't know. Like it kind of know what to expect, but it's just like you're totally. It's like surrounded, so you actually feel as
Yeah.
if you're like fell down a hole and then all these spiders are on you and there's like the noises and stuff.
Like other good simulators like the Jimmy Fallon ride, the Simpsons, and the Spider-Man one, they're great. The screens are huge and you're totally engrossed in that. But this is like a total new level. Like
And
you
the
go
way
in,
you sit in it,
there's
it's just different.
screens, the walls are covered, but there's actually things there. Like it's not just...
Yeah, like that's what I was
Brilliant.
so scared when people were describing it to me before I went on. Like they were like, "Well, mum, but mum's over dramatic."
And me.
But still, no, but mum, when she was like, "Oh, the Dementor comes up to your face," and all, I thought I was going to like, I could touch it and all that. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be something real, and I was like, "I'm not having something come up, I'll freak out." But then it was just actually because it was the screen in that, and it wasn't actually in your face. Well, as far as I know, I don't know. I had my eyes shut, but
So you can't
I
believe
saw
waited
some
that
of it.
long and you had your eyes shut. Like, come on.
I saw some of it. But like, I'm very scared of the dark, so that didn't help the fact that we were in.
So you close your eyes so you couldn't see
No,
anything.
but it's different. It's just different, okay?
No, I understand.
I had my eyes open when it was like with the water, remember in
Yeah,
the
how cool
castle,
is that?
and like with Harry and that playing Quidditch. Like I had my eyes open for all that, but it's just
We that was the day that we bought the fast pass tickets, which means you can kind of skip the queues and stuff. And so myself and by the way Paul, who was there with us, we went onto the ride first, loved it, told mum and dad you have to go on it. Mum and dad went and done it, that was fine. They got on 2 minutes, that was fine. Then Rachel finally decided she's going to come on with me, so I said, right, I'll go do it again. I'll take you on. We'll do it together. We go through, and you know Rachel's already scared of simulators,
Everything.
roller coasters, all this nonsense. And then as we're waiting in the queue, the thing freezes. The ride, whoever's on it at the time, has a
Mum and
malfunction at the
Dad's
junction.
did, remember? Mum and
Yeah, but they
Dad's-
fixed it instantly.
Yeah, just as it started.
So we were waiting in the queue inside Hogwarts Castle for I want to say 40 minutes.
I don't know. Like honestly, I was quite happy. I was like,
I was
but
going to
the
say,
wee-
did that make it worse because you were nervous or?
I don't know. I think I kind of forgot about it, but also it kind of makes it worse when you're thinking like, well, what if it breaks and I'm on it?
Yeah.
Like I know they had just fixed it, but it broke when Mum had done it. Then it seemed to be going fine. Then when we were waiting,
Yeah,
it
that
broke,
could
and
happen.
I thought,
But was lucky.
yeah. And I'm also thinking, see if it breaks, like in your, I don't know if you, I guess you're in the air at one point. I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you what goes on.
I mean, not really.
I don't know, right? But like it could go pitch black, like the screens could break or whatever, and it was just like I don't know. But you kind of forget about it. See, because of the castle, you kind of just
Yeah.
forget about it. You're just standing there, and
Not good.
it was alright.
I'm glad you did that. It's alright. I'm glad you did that. I was proud of you.
Thank you.
And then the rest of the Islands of Adventure was great because we had the Fast Pass. We did the Incredible Hulk ride, which is legendary, is amazing. Did it twice.
Scary as it.
The Simpsons ride's amazing. Did that twice. The Spider-Man ride's amazing. Did that twice.
I wish I'd done that twice. I wanted
Yeah.
to, because I was so scared to go on that one. Because I had, like, all the simulators except for the Harry Potter one, like, because I hadn't been on that yet, none of them moved. And I was like, I don't know if the Spider-Man one does. And then
Simpsons
we were,
one moved.
yeah, but stayed in the same position but moved.
Right.
But the Spider-Man one moved
Around. Yeah, that's
And-
it's such a good ride.
It is, but it was like, it's like, so when we went to Florida last time, I don't remember it. So like everyone was like,
10
we've done it
years
before.
ago, by the way.
And
10
I'm like,
years.
But I haven't really done it. Like I have, but I
Yeah.
don't remember it. So
Yeah.
we went in, we're standing, and I see like the carts and like people are getting on, and we're like standing a bit back, and it's like going into like a tunnel somewhere. And I was like, oh my god, what if it goes? Because see all the signs, they'll say expect sudden acceleration, drops, twists, turns, right? And I'm like, that sounds like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but they just
But
have to say that.
I soon learned that it was not sudden twists and drops. It was more that's what happens in simulator, but the actual ride doesn't
Yeah,
move.
they just have to say that in case you know
So,
somebody freaks out.
I wish I'd done Spider-Man again, less scared, because I would have enjoyed it so much more.
Yeah, and then we did. What else did we do? Then me and Paul and Dad did the King Kong one. It was Kong
Yes.
Skull Island. It was called.
This is
And
turning into Rachel's fears. I was about to start talking about something there, but
why go for it?
I didn't want to do that one because I was like, nah, like it looks too much. Like it was dark and it was scary and it was a
Yeah,
boat.
it
And I
was.
was like,
It was
no,
dark,
right.
that one.
So I was like dreading doing that and stuff, but then I was like feeling bad, and because I thought Mum might have wanted to go on it, so I was like, just go and stuff, and like I would have eventually came on it, but I'm so glad I didn't, because my biggest fear of all would be birds, which sounds ridiculous, I know, I have this fear of
Aranthophobia.
birds. Aranthophobia. Chris listens.
Sometimes.
And I was like kind of considering going on, and I was like, no, I just can't. And then they come off and they're like, thank God you didn't, because there was birds
Are
flying
we still
about.
talking about the Kong?
Yeah.
Don't remember the birds.
'Cause Paul and Chris both came off it, and Dad, and was like, oh, birds all flew about at your head. Obviously not real, like
It was
simulator
bats.
bits. Well, bat, same thing. They're all pure.
Not really,
I
but
wasn't on it.
Yeah.
So they were all flying about, and I would have literally passed out, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, my
So-
story behind that is me, Paul, and Dad start walking onto the Kong ride, and following us was 3 large black ladies, right? Who were just coming in, and as soon as they entered the ride, like the ride, it's a big long walk to get to the queue or whatever, but you need to kind of walk through the whole palace kingdom thing. It's really cool. And the large black ladies were like, "Where's the ape at? Where the ape? Show us the ape. Where the ape at? Where the ape at?" And that became like the patter and like the banter for the whole trip, the rest of the holiday. We just kept saying things like, we got to the airport, "Where the planes at? Where the planes at?" We got to IHOP, "Where the pancakes at?" That just became the thing. And on our side note, Paul was wearing a Migos t-shirt. His favourite, music artist right now is Migos. Walk it like a talk it. What? That's all I know because of that fucking song and that boy. But they were like from afar, they were like, "Hey man, I dig your Migos shirt," and Paul, that just made Paul's day. So that was
Actually,
good.
they said that every day since then.
I dig your
about
Migos
10
shirt.
times a day.
And then it was, where the ape at? So now every time we go to a podcast, I'm definitely going to come in and say, "Where the microphone at?" So that was good. And it was, the Kong ride was as bog standard as a simulator / 3D, 4D thing could be. But you go through the sort of dark alley after you've kind of slid the dragon thing. And there's like, you come out of the simulator bit and they've literally built a Kong model and he's there and
Yeah,
he's huge
oh
and
my
his
God.
head is right there.
So this is
Mental, man.
fascinating me because I wasn't here. Like,
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen this. So.
So that was that. I think I covered all of them. The Simpsons ride's great as ever. Rachel was terrified of the Simpsons ride.
This is
Again,
embarrassing.
she hadn't done it in 10 years, right? And neither have I.
Also, though, right? Like, being so scared of roller coasters, not knowing what it was,
Yeah.
and like, it was the first one, like, that we'd done.
Back
like,
in 2008,
any.
when the Simpsons ride first opened, right, we were one of the first people to ride it because it was
Were
open 3 days or something. Then we got on it in Krusty Land, and which, by the way, back then, obviously, everyone likes the Simpsons, but now they're kind of more of a follower. And we like the Simpsons more. We're like actual Simpsons fans. So amazing to be at
Yeah,
Krusty
no,
Land.
it's so cool.
Get to walk to the Quickie Mart
And you
and
just went
Krusty
to
Burger
Moe's,
and
and
go to
it's like,
Moe's.
what? Like,
So cool.
This is real.
So anyway, we go on the ride, and we done it before in 2008, and we all left Florida in 2008 saying, "Oh, the best ride was the Simpsons. The best one was the Simpsons." So we're thinking, first thing we'll do is we get there, we'll just go to the Simpsons, kick it off with a bang. And Rachel, being very young at the time, hardly remembers
I
any of it.
was 6. Yeah, 6.
2008, yeah.
I was 6 last time, so I don't remember it.
So you were just freaking out, man. And we told you it's a simulator. Don't worry, it's
this
the best
time,
simulator.
not when I was 6.
And you did it fine back. You did Spider-Man fine back in the day. You did all these things.
Yeah,
but
I
now
was
you've
less
gotten
scared,
more.
though.
Yeah, you've got more of the fear now. It's just
Well,
it was really funny. It was
See, I
really
was-
funny.
It's cause, like, so Paul's never been away with us. He's never witnessed all these
Yeah.
fears firsthand. Or
Yeah.
as much as he knows us this well, he was just like, "What are you doing?" Because I was just, because the video came on and it's Krusty and he's like, the upside downsy flips around, whatever. He started
Yeah.
saying all this stuff, but my mum was the same. Like, mum was like, I'm not going on this roller coaster. But I was like, once you get up to that bit, you can't come off. There's no way to come off it.
Yeah.
If you sit on it and then all of a sudden it starts moving, what
Well,
do
you
you do?
can. You can if you really have to.
And it starts saying stuff about being claustrophobic, and it was like, you can't have your bags, and I was like, well, why would it be saying that and all this? And then I think there's a joke about a seatbelt. Is it that one? I think that was another ride with Jimmy Fallon maybe or something.
Yeah.
There's like a joke about a seatbelt, and I was thinking, oh my god, like, why would there be a seatbelt?
Yeah.
So just everything was like, not
Why
like,
would there be a seatbelt?
No, because-
I don't know. So you don't die?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but you're not going to die in a simulator.
You don't know that.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're telling me this now.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, just everything, because it was like the first one I didn't really know, like, because like, well, as I said, like all the signs began to seem the same, like for the simulators. It was like this does this and all that.
Yeah.
So it made sense in the end. Like I was more fine with going on. Like Jimmy Fallon one, I was like, oh, it's fine. That's what it says.
Yeah.
But like the first one, I was like, mm-mm. So I kept going. This is not a simulator. I don't
It's
want.
not a
it.
simulator. That became the
simulator."
quote today. It's not a simulator.
On a
It's not.
holiday.
It's not. Ended up
It
being.
was.
And it was awesome. It was great.
I did it twice.
Now that we're Simpsons fans. And then last thing I want to talk about is the Jimmy Fallon ride, which is a total blind buy, totally unexpected.
You nearly walked past it, and I was like, that says something about New York. Let's
Yeah.
go read it.
So we're walking towards. It was the last thing we're going to do on the fast pass day. We're walking past it. We're going to go
Yeah.
and do the big rocket ride at the end. And then I just see I was like, we've bought this ticket. We just need to do more stuff. We just need to do random ones. And as we were passing by, it was getting less and less likely we were going to do anything else. And I just saw Jimmy Fallon, and it was NBC Studios, and I saw it had like this sort of sign that all the roller coasters had, and I thought, I didn't know that was I just thought it was a big shop or something.
Same, I saw the NBC Studios.
Or like a
the
museum
first time we
or
were
something.
there.
So I went in and I said, okay, is this a ride or whatever? And Paul, who had the fast pass, just was so tired, he didn't want to do it. So I took my father on with us. And me and my dad went on, and we were just thinking this is going to be a waste of time or whatever. We're just going to go through and sort of see the things that they've got displayed. We'll do the ride, that's fine. It's another one for the fast pass. But we go on it, and it was so good. It's called the Race Through New York City. You sit on a little cart thing with the hologram of
It's
Jimmy
kind of
Fallon.
like you're in the studio though.
Yeah,
It's
really
not
cool.
like a cart like the same as The Simpsons. It's like
Yeah.
you're actually sitting in like a movie theatre type thing.
That was really cool. I like the way they did that.
Yeah, same.
And then you kind of race through New York City. And as I said at the start of the episode, we were in New York City 7 months ago,
That was-
and it was
made
like
me
being
sad.
right back there.
I was like, oh, I've been here and I've been in this shop.
Yeah, and it goes underwater and stuff, and,
And you
and
go to the moon.
a shark comes up to you, and you go all the way up to the moon, and
And then you come down on our like roller coaster from the
Yeah.
moon, and Dad kept going, "You'll love this bit." And me, Mum were like, "Ah!" We're like so scared.
so that was a total unexpected one. So make sure if you go, don't pass the Jimmy Fallon NBC one, because it's a total unexpected joy. And I think that's where they used to film the wrestling. They used to record it there, and that kind of they moved to a smaller studio now. But the old big one that is kind of gone now, I think that's the new Jimmy Fallon thing. If my memory serves me correctly on the positioning of the ride, I think that's it. But anyway, moving on from the theme parks and stuff, we went to Disney. And we paid for the 14-day pass for Universal Studios because we were all older, and we thought, okay, we'll use that more.
Yeah.
And Disney was just
I
bought the
agree,
one
though.
day.
I'm glad we've done that.
Yeah, I agree. If we had paid for the 14 days of Disney, I would have been raging.
We wouldn't have used it.
So we did one day at Disney. We thought we should do one. We'll go see the castle. We'll do the sights. We'll do the touristy stuff, and that's fine.
That
And
being said, I could have watched the castle for 14 nights
I would have
straight.
watched the castle fireworks
14
every
nights
night.
straight. Yeah, same. But like the whole of Disney, there was nothing we were going to do except for the water rides,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to do them. So it was like if we'd paid 14 nights for that, it would have been like.
It was so much
Mum
money.
would have been like, why? Do you know what I mean, like.
And so we get there. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful drive. We go for lunch. Beautiful drive up there. No traffic. There's no queues. There's no nothing. We log in. Maybe you do. You get tickets or whatever, and you go through the door. You go and park. They tell you where to park. It's great. Then you need to go on like a sort of little cart thing, tram thing that takes you to Disney. No, it actually just takes you to the place you get the monorail or the boat, but it's like from the car park.
All
to
these
Disney.
parks are huge.
Yeah, that was
and
the
you're
biggest thing I
not-
took away.
You're literally not in them for like 10 minutes once you pass the enter sign.
Yeah, we live in Scotland, which is a relatively small place with a population of like 6 million people or whatever. And
I'm googling that.
yeah, I think
That
so.
sounds stupid.
Or 6 billion, 6 million, 6 billion.
Are you stupid? Not billion.
Nah, it's 6 million, isn't it? Check the population of Scotland.
Right, that's United Kingdom. Hang on. Oh,
Population of Scotland. Quick, we're on a podcast here.
I'm trying. 5.295 million
6 million.
Thing.
Yeah, you nailed it first time.
of 2011, apparently.
6 million, right? So I just couldn't get over my one thing I took away from the whole holiday, the whole vacay, was I just couldn't get over how big everything was.
I know.
Like Disney owns so much land, Universal owns so much land, and it's one thing after another. So anyway, my point is we get to the little tram thing that takes you to the sort of main entrance of Disney from the car park. As soon as we got on this little tram thing, we are absolutely drenched in rain. One of the biggest rainstorms I've ever seen in my life. And the funny thing about it was, the three of us, the three of us being myself, Rachel, and by the way Paul, were sitting there on like the last cart.
Like
the one
blocking
on the
everyone
end?
from the rain because
Right.
we get that wet.
And the rain is just put in. It's one of those cart things where there's no doors. It's just
Yeah.
a roof. And we were just
like
getting
a golf
absolutely
cart,
soaked.
like a golf
Yeah.
cart type thing.
All angles, all places.
And obviously it was moving and it was
Soaked.
relatively fast as well. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was going heavy slow.
And
So
what
all
I
the
found
rain
funny-
was hitting us.
What I found funny was that the guy who was driving it was just doing his normal tour.
Just kept talking and we were all like, oh my god, we're getting soaked.
We were
My
getting
hair's going
soaked.
frizzy.
The hair was going frizzy. My sunglasses were worthless at the point. My
It's Tom
t-shirt's
Paul's.
sticking to me, and the guy's going, "Welcome to your dog. We're here for the
And there was
Universals."
like 3 like girls or women, whatever,
Yeah.
sitting across from us. There was like a wee girl and then there was like an older one and then like an older sister or whatever. And the older sister was like me, she was like, my hair and all that shit covered her hair. And then the wee girl was just hugging and she was like, I'm fine. She was just getting pelted in the face.
Yeah.
And like the woman was just laughing and stuff. And she was like, welcome to Florida. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
welcome,
god.
welcome to Disney World.
No, I was like, okay, but like we were blocking it from
Yeah, we
them.
actually saved everybody because
Like,
we get soaked.
I feel like a bit like a hero.
Yeah.
I had a jacket on, mind you.
I didn't.
I found one of my mum, luckily, like, they had to sit further up. I don't know, I'm doing that as if you can see.
Yeah.
But, like, because there was there was, like, no room. So, like, mum had handed me them to put in my bag, because, like, I had the biggest bag out of everyone. So I was putting them in there, and then I just saw it coming, I was like, nope! I just wrapped myself up, and Paul was like, I'm soaking. And I was like, I kind of am, but I have a jacket.
If you wanted to see reactions immediately after, like vlogs that were filmed, I don't know when this will go up or when the video go up, but I will have some sort of footage on YouTube on CM42 TV of moments after that rainstorm. Because me and Paul are just done in. We're like, at the start of the day, start of Disney, and we're already done for the day.
It was actually like 1 o'clock, if that.
Yeah,
like,
it was
we were
gutted.
soaked. But then it went roasting.
It was so, and then it was unbearably warm at one
We were
point.
putting sun cream on in the middle of the park and all that. And then it was like fine for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
And then it got
it started
towards the
raining
end of the
again.
day. And it was really bad again. Like, I would say about 8, 9 o'clock just before the fireworks.
Yeah, we had dinner in
And
an
I
awful
went-
restaurant.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes. Yeah. And then I went to get something at one of the shops, remember? Because you went, did you go on a ride or to the toilet or something? I don't know what you went.
Can't
and then,
remember.
like, we were standing with
Yeah.
Dad, and me and
I
Mum
remember.
were like, oh, we will go back to the shop and you wait here. And like,
You went to
one
go
day-
get your
I
Eeyore.
got my Eeyore teddy. There was a baby Eeyore teddy, and I've been obsessed with Winnie the Pooh since I was like a child. And
Yeah.
I was like, I need this.
Are you excited for the film?
Oh my god,
The
so
new one?
much. It looks so good.
And it's Ewan McGregor.
They've got the voices so spot on
Yeah.
for like the things. But so we went back to get that, and I was in Converse, and it was like the material one, so they got soaked, like absolutely soaked. My feet were like soaking, and Mum was in flip flops. It just wasn't good. We were just standing. Everyone was standing in this Winnie the Pooh shop, all like crushed together, like, oh my god. So then
That happened the first day we were at Universal,
And
and
I
we
just-
went to Krusty World, and it
Yeah.
was raining, and we all stood in the Quickie Mart.
yeah, that kind of.
And it was just cool because it's fine, everybody's in the Quickie Mart
I know.
hiding from the rain.
And 4th of July. When we had our 4th of July, we all stood in
Yep.
this film shop, and there was so many,
Thunderstorm.
and I was just exciting. Everyone was screaming because there was like lightning going about, and there was fireworks still
Yeah.
going off, and I was like,
We were going to go to a lovely little town called Celebration on the 4th of July for like a fireworks display that's always happens. We did it 10 years ago. And then on the day of the 4th of July, they just announced on the website that it will no longer be happening. They just decided to cancel the fireworks display. And apparently it was because of the residents were just complaining, and it was just attracting so many tourists. They couldn't, like, it was so busy and stuff that the little people who
Yeah.
the people who live there in the
And,
little city were just getting
like a
bothered.
thunderstorm had been thinged though.
Forecast, yeah.
Like, so I think they were just kind of like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
it's just not really the best idea to do it.
So we decided we'd go to Universal because surely they'd have something on. And we're standing over the water for like a good half hour, and then the fireworks start, and we can't see them. We're like,
No,
where are the
yeah,
fireworks?
so we're standing at the wrong bit though. For
Well,
like,
we didn't find that out until the fireworks started.
no, they hadn't started. Basically, we were getting churros at
We
this
were
wee
getting
stand,
churros.
and Chris was standing, like, got a spot for us and all that, and then me and Mum ended up sitting down because we were roasting and tired, and you were all standing, and then the woman came over and was like, oh, there's going to be a light show in the water. I thought that was part of the fireworks.
Yeah,
I thought
that's what I
that was
thought
a
as
thing. And they were like, you can't see it from this side of the water. You have to go around the other side. And we were like, well, that's stupid. And she was like, this is the first time we're ever doing it. So we're like, right. So we go and we moved to the other side. But it's raining a wee bit, so we went under like a kind of like a roof thing.
Yeah.
And then we moved out. But then we heard all the fireworks, and we were like, why is there so much smoke?
And
like,
we can
what's
see it
everyone
coming from
looking
like
at?
the top left-hand corner of our
So we come out
vision.
into the rain, and Paul's just standing there getting soaked because we all had jackets and ponchos, and he was just standing there with this wee umbrella. So we came out, and then we were like, oh, and then everyone was like, oh, the fireworks are over that side. And
We asked the guy.
missed all of them.
Me and Dad asked the guy, and he was like, "This is for the light show." And my dad was like, "So what are those fireworks over there?" And the guy goes, "That's the 4th of July fireworks over there." We're like, well, what are we standing here for?
I know. So we ended up leaving. We missed because we went to leave and then the thunderstorm thing.
Total waste of time.
So we hid underneath it was like a film shop type thing.
Yeah.
And we stood in there. I took about a gazillion Snapchats.
Yeah. And we were standing there, cold and hungry, so we thought we'd go for something to eat. We stopped into a lovely restaurant on the Universal City Walk by the name of Vivo Italia, and at our visit there,
What's that?
we met a lovely gentleman by the name of Brandon.
What's with us and going away and then doing a podcast and reviewing the staff?
Well,
We're like Victor and Ivy,
Yeah, if you
Hard
link
Rock
back
Hotel.
episode 22, we talked about Victor and Ivy from the Hard Rock.
So now we're talking about Brandon and Jason.
We'll get to
They'll be
Jason in a
the-
minute.
they'll be the two.
We met a guy called Brandon, and he is by far the best waiter I've ever had in my life.
It's a bit Aiming high, but okay.
Hey, well, you remember a better
I
waiter
would
than
get
that?
annoyed though if I had that every day or every time I went into like a restaurant and he said the same thing to me, or I'd be like, I know, like
So-
shut up.
Jason comes in, he gives us the menus, and he goes, no, sorry, Brandon comes in, and you're getting confused.
Jason's.
We'll get to
another
Jason in a
story.
minute. You brace yourselves for Jason, by the way.
He's brilliant.
Brandon, we get into the lovely Italian restaurant. It's very fancy. It's lovely. We had to wait half an hour for a seat on
We're
the 4th of
very
July.
wet and soaking.
And Brandon shows us to our tables and he gives us all a menu and he goes, okay, if you got any questions, I'll be alright. So Brandon goes away. We all decide the drinks we want and all the food and stuff. And he comes over and Brandon goes, you got any questions? And of course my mother has a question. My mother asked him a question, which was by far the best and worst thing she could have done. And it just set Brandon off. And Brandon, this is the point we knew he was the best waiter we've ever had, because he knew his menu. Oh my god.
That sounded so camp.
He knew everything.
He knew his menu.
Represent yo, because he knew everything. What?
The wee boy next door in the Voice Kids. Jason.
They were.
Dan.
Brandon was just superb. He knew every aspect of the menu. He knew all about food. He knew what to recommend to us. And every time that we kind of like took him up on a recommendation, he was like, "Yeah, sure you can. You can have that." Yeah.
He started talking about fish or something. We were all just looking to like none of us are.
He recommended lasagna and chili flakes and fish and chicken and chips. Brilliant, man. Brandon was superb. 5-star review just for Brandon alone. So actually, we were doing a little competition to see who was going to be the best sort of member of staff we met,
I wrote them all down on my phone.
and so you did. And we thought whoever's the winner will go back on the last night and visit them.
I didn't know
Brandon
this
won.
at this point.
Brandon won. Went back to Vivo Italia on Universal City Walk, and he wasn't working. Absolute nightmare. There's Rachel. She got them all up here, but we're not going to read them out.
We're not
'cause
going to read them, but there's some amount of people in this
Yeah.
list.
So that was great, Brandon. And then, ladies and gents, before we wrap up here, then we met Jason
Jason from IHOP.
from IHOP.
We met him second day. I'm trying to.
Yeah, we second day, yeah.
I'm trying to like work it out from my list. He's very high up in the list.
We we go to the International House of Pancakes on the second day. We're there for lunch or brunch, and this waiter by the name of Jason comes over and he goes, "Hey guys, my name is Jason. I'll be your server today. Can I get some beverages for you? We have apple juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, chocolate milk, strawberry milk, banana milk, smoothies, tea, coffee,
Pepsi.
iced tea, and Pepsi products." Now that's like, he told us every drink they have on the menu, so we all the drinks, whatever. And Jason, I don't know, I tried explaining it to my friends earlier, and I just couldn't do him justice. How do you, Rachel, please help me out here. How do you explain Jason to the unbeknownst the viewer?
Very strange man. No, I'm joking. He was like,
Typical American.
yeah, he kind of looked like Donald Trump in a sense.
What?
Yes, he did.
He had no.
Kind of looked like Donald Trump. He's not like Donald Trump, trust
No.
me. But I don't even know the man now. I just know he's not like Donald Trump. But
He had
He
kind
was
of longish,
strange.
blonde, yellowy hair.
yeah, and he's just strange. He was just a strange man. But
Not
like,
many teeth. Very skinny.
Very. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. Unhealthily skinny. Hillbilly like skinny.
I never noticed that.
And he had, I don't know, man, he was just so weird, that accent. My name's Jason, I'll get you some beverages. He sounded like a sort of unwell Mark Hamill nowadays. Oh no, in fact no, like Return of the Jedi Mark Hamill.
Okay.
Very interesting voice. So we thought, well, Jason's great. Jason's left an impression on us, so we decided to go back like a week later, just because obviously we run out of places to go to for lunch. So we go back to IHOP because we know we can rely on IHOP. And we go back and Jason's working, and we're thinking, great, it's going to be so nice to see Jason again. And Jason comes up to us and goes, "Hey guys, my name is Jason, and I'll be the
Doesn't remember
server.
us?
Would you like to get some beverages? We have chocolate milk, banana milk, strawberry milk, blah, 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 and Pepsi products." He did the whole routine again. A week later, he didn't remember us.
We were all a wee bit gutted about that.
Yeah.
But we think he had a date.
Yes. We thought he had a date because he had this hair all
He was
slicked back.
nervous.
He was a bit nervous that day. And
then
the food was taking a while, so we put it in Jason. And then he sees that my dad was wearing a Captain America t-shirt, and he says, "This is, it might be word for word, I can't remember." He goes, "Did you get a chance to see the new Avengers movie, Infinity War?"
Theaters.
So we go, "Yeah, we saw it, blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "So I'm having my place renovated. So I was so busy with my house, the movie slipped under my radar.
Yeah.
And you should see my house right now, man. It's like World War III in there. The place is a mess. And the movie just slipped under my radar. But eventually, I managed to talk my mom and took her to the theater to see the movie. And she just didn't get it. She was like, 'That's the ending?'
He's such a strange man.
So me and my dad are going, yeah, interesting. And he goes, do we know what the title of the next Avengers film? Because they were waiting for Infinity War, and now that's passed, so I wonder what their excuse is, because I've been patiently waiting. Jason, you're a star for these moments. And then we left a TripAdvisor review. Did you know this?
Well, yeah, Dad told me.
And Dad wrote on the TripAdvisor review, special shout out to Jason, the Marvel fan, for the excellent service.
Such a good, honestly. But like, I don't know. I guess those things do make your experience. Like that's what we're going to sit
The
and talk
small
about.
things, yeah.
Like that's Paul's never going to let that go. Paul's the type of person that won't let people like Jason slip.
Yeah, or with the A-Pet. With the A-Pet.
With the A-Pet.
And Jason, I managed to catch it at the theatre.
The theatre. Americans are strange. Like, no
Yeah.
offence to Americans, but they're just so different from us. It's just interesting.
So there you go. Now we visited the malls and stuff. What did you buy from the malls?
From the malls? I don't know. Oh, I bought 2 Victoria's Secret sprays, and I bought a top from Zara. Even though we've got Zara here, I know it's not very exciting, but I did. It was only $10, and I was like, that's not bad for like thingy. I think that was all about from the malls.
I went to Hot Topic, which is a big one for me because I wanted to get Young Bucks and Bullet Club merchandise. Ended up only getting the Funko Pop 2-pack Hot Topic exclusive. Holding it in my hand right now. Can't get it anywhere else in the world.
That said
Hot
Nick
Topic.
Jonas on the side, and I was like, you didn't tell me you bought a Nick Jonas Funko
Nick
Pop.
Jackson.
It's not Nick Jonas.
So I got that, and I also bought a Chris Jericho t-shirt that says La Lista Ingobernables de Jericho.
Wow, who knew Chris was bilingual?
Yeah, and then I also bought a Rock t-shirt, the Under Armour one with the Rock make. It says blood, sweat, respect. The first two you have, or something.
Not really important, you bought a
one
t-shirt
you
with the
earn.
Rock.
It's on the back of my t-shirt. I can't really read it because I'm wearing it. And loads of nice stuff. So the malls were great. Really enjoyed the malls. And last thing I want to talk about before we go here, I know I said that about 10 minutes ago. However, when we were on the flight home, I watched a movie by the name of Crazy Stupid Love
Yes, you
that
did.
Rachel recommended to me. And by God, what a movie.
I have been telling Christopher to watch this movie since I watched it. I don't know. It was a year ago because I got, you get like memories in Snapchat, right? They keep
Yeah.
coming up, and like my friend was staying, and then we were downstairs watching it, and I remember because we stayed up like till like 5 a.m. watching. We were watching YouTube videos or something. I'm sure it was the same night, and I just sat and watched this film, and it was fine. Like I've seen like films like that before. Like
Yeah.
I loved it and stuff. It was fine, and then it just gets like to the end scene. I just remember me and my friend just gasped, like we literally fell off the couch. We were like, what is
Yeah.
happening? Like I just didn't, it's just not expected at
It's
all. Like, I don't know
such
how you don't get it. But
A
then,
good movie.
so then I've been like, Chris, like it's so clever, like you'll love it.
And it
And
has some of my
still-
favourite actors in it.
Yeah, and he still hadn't seen it. So I told him to watch it, and then he was didn't watch it the way that, and then Mum was watching it because I had watched it on the plane. Then Mum watched it. I was like, right, Chris, watch this film. So he watched it on the plane, and he loved it, and I was like,
Such
see,
a good film, man.
recommendations.
So good. Steve Carell is amazing. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone.
Amazing.
So good, man. Great film. So I recommend that one. Good in-flight film.
It's
Okay.
now also in my favourite films now.
It's going to be on my favourite film list in terms of what I watched for the first time this year.
It's in my new favourite films. Like I don't know. I think it was just the second time I watched it, I was just like, yeah, it's definitely going to.
Because you weren't happy with your list last episode.
Yeah, it was awful. I just wasn't prepared, was I?
Well, I actually prepared for this one, you just didn't do it.
I did do it
Well, why have you not done it yet?
because you never asked me.
Okay, we'll do it now.
Oh, we're on 50 something.
That's alright. So this is your updated favourite films list.
Yeah, for like just now, like I find my favourite films change. Like not my favourite one ever. Like that's always going to be Perks, but
Yeah.
because like I said that last time, but they change. Some of them are the same, but I don't know. So number 10, I have 10.
This is the top 10?
Yep.
Right, you settled in everybody.
Right, number 10, I have Before Sunrise.
Class.
Because if I watched that again, I would know I would love it even more than I did the first time. Number 9, so this is the one that might change. Love Rosie, but see when I watch ones recently, I get like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
I
God,
try
I
not
love
to
that
do
so
that,
much.
yeah, because it's,
Do you know what I
it's
mean?
fresh in your mind, yeah.
So Love Rosie would be in that, and then I put number 8 is just all the Harry Potters, but obviously my favourite's
That's fair.
Goblet of Fire.
That's
However, and then number 7, The Great Gatsby,
Nice.
and then number 6, Crazy Stupid Love, and then number 5 I put Being Charlie / Love Simon because they're both got Nick Robinson in it.
Right,
And I
okay.
couldn't decide which one I liked better, so I put them both. Number 4, The Greatest Showman, which is new.
Yeah.
Number 3, Endless Love. number 2 The Vow, and then number 1 The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Where's High School Musical?
That's not on my list.
Oh god, that's my number 11 all time.
Well, that was only 10, so kind of 11, but
Yeah.
you know, it's
Okay, good. That's a better list than you're happy
that's
with.
a
that
better
one.
list because I'm more settled with my films now.
Okay, last question. What was your favourite single individual part of the Orlando trip?
I would say, I mean not all, but probably being in Harry Potter, like, because that's just mental to me. Like, and I like just walking about like the park. Like, see when you were doing stuff, I kept saying to Mum and that, like, I'm so fine, like just sitting. Like, it was such a pretty place. But I'd say probably being at the castle. The first time I saw the castle,
Hogwarts Castle.
and we got butterbeer.
Yeah, we get Barbie.
And it
Oh,
was
even
good.
riding the Hogwarts Express. Didn't even talk about that.
Yeah,
We
that
rode
was
the train.
amazing, by the way, and doing the ride even though I was scared of it. And then also, this has turned into like a list of things. What's your single most? This is everything we've done. Watching the fireworks at the Disney Castle, the Princess Castle,
Amazing.
because that is just—it's more than you like I expected. Because everyone talks about the Disney Castle, but it was just amazing. Like,
Just with the songs and the pictures you see
Yeah.
and the beautiful fireworks and the
I don't-
reactions and the lights.
I don't know what I was expecting, but just like
I
it
thought,
was just
oh,
amazing.
so good, man. You get feels, you get like in your tummy and you
Yeah, I just wish
goosebumps
we'd
and-
seen it more, but then also I don't know if it would have been a special if we'd seen it more. Do you know what I mean?
Not a good call.
Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just amazing. I
Yeah.
hope I don't forget any of it this time, because I forgot all of it, even though we've been there twice before. I actually don't remember going before then. So,
Okay, well there we go. Thank you for helping me out here and did an episode, so I can rely on
you're
you.
welcome.
And
Almost here.
I recommend everybody going to Orlando, Florida at some point in your life. I didn't even talk about the villa. We had a pool. It was good.
And got a pool table.
And very yeah, we did have.
Oh my god, I got live animals in my shoe.
Go for it. Tell the lizard story, then we'll go.
Well, I'm just not a bug person, am I?
Rich was afraid of everything. In case
Like,
you haven't gathered that.
Yeah, we've said this multiple times, but I'm afraid of everything. So then I'm walking about, like, we went to Universal, I think. We went to Perkins, which was a strange place. And then we went to Universal.
Oh my god.
And we were going in, like, the walkway bits, and then, like, after security, and we were going into the park. And I felt like there was, like, a stone in my shoe or something. And I was like, I need to fix this. It's annoying me. It was, like, tickling my foot, and I was like, I need to get this out. Take my shoe off, there's a live bug in my shoe.
Oh
and
my
I was like,
god.
ugh. I just watched it run
Ugh.
out, and no one was believing it. Like, Paul was just laughing, and I was like, no, come see the bug. Like, there's a bug on the ground from my shoe. So then the whole day I was paranoid about that. And then I go to pack my case when we're leaving, and I was like, I've not worn these, because I had like more than one pair of Converse with me, and I was like, my black Converse have been sitting there for like 10 days, I've not worn them. Watched them be like a frog. I was making a joke, like, oh, watch there be like a mini frog in it or something. So I lift it up and bang it off the wall, like violently bang my shoe, and a lizard comes out. A lizard.
Oh my god.
Should have seen me. Like, Chris was
I
sitting
did?
at no, I know. Chris was sitting at the table, and it ran up the wall, and then it fell to the floor, and I was like, lizard! And I like ran, and I jumped to I was like other side of my room on my bed,
There was a
like,
lizard in there. I'm not even joking.
because. Like, who else would that happen to, though? Like, that didn't happen to Paul, that didn't happen to you, no, it happened to me. And there was just a lizard in my shoe, and no one was, my dad was like, what is it? Because I was making so much noise, I was like, there's a lizard in my shoe!
Yeah.
So now, every time I put on shoes, I'm like, where's
Looking
the
for
bug?
lizards.
No, I hope that never happens again,
No.
ever in my life. 'Cause
Very funny.
That's very scary. It wasn't funny, it was terrifying.
That could have been living in there, and then we could have been going to bed at night and stuff, and there's just a lizard chilling in your shoe.
Ooh, what if it laid babies in my shoe?
Yeah, exactly. You were lucky it didn't. You might be pregnant. You might have thrown it out of the thing. And it's a
I
pregnant
definitely
lizard.
gave it a concussion.
Yeah.
What if I actually did have like babies in my shoe, because I've worn them since I've been here? Oh.
But you would have found out.
But I've been born yet, maybe. What? No.
Right, Rach, you're going to go be sick, and
We're ending on that note.
you can check out some of the Florida vlogs on CM42 TV on YouTube, plus loads of movie stuff, loads of gameplay stuff, loads of wrestling stuff, loads of content all the time on CM42 TV on YouTube. And you can please subscribe, rate, share this podcast and all the other episodes of the Good Bit podcast here on iTunes or on Podomatic.com. We're working on a website, folks. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Until next time, I've been Chris Moffat, and this is my baby sister Rachel Moffat. Thank you very much for downloading the Good Bit podcast. Please always remember to go to Florida, and when you're there, recognise.
thousand.